The Witcher Season 2 5 Mind-Blowing Secrets. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Witcher Season 2 is surprisingly easier to follow than the first and presents an adaptation of Blood of Elves and parts of Time of Contempt. In this video, we take a look at 5 mind-blowing secrets or Easter eggs you might have missed in the second season of the popular Netflix series. Stay tuned. Jokes about Season 1. The Witcher's second season is largely a grim affair, but there are some moments of levity thanks to the musical stylings and commentary by Jaskier the Bard. Jaskier's catchy new breakup ballad, Burn Butcher Burn, looks back at the key moment he spent with Geralt in Season 1 and is a hit with the townspeople. One memorable scene shows a man telling Jaskier that his daughter is a big fan of his work, especially the bit with the dragon. However, the man also notes that it took me the fourth verse to understand there were different timelines. This is of course a hilarious and self-aware nod to the convoluted timelines of Season 1 that is also representative of the show's updated storytelling approach. The Witcher creators have been upfront about changes to the structure of the show for this season. Showrunner Lauren Schmidt-Hisrich participated in an Ask Me Anything on Reddit in 2020, where she detailed how Season 2 would be much less confusing for those who were thrown off by Season 1. Second season Geralt also grunts much less than he did in Season 1. A trait the Witcher himself, Henry Cavill, said he pushed hard to change, per Gizmodo. Jaskier pokes fun at Geralt's grunts in Season 2 4th episode, telling the mage Rience that he grunts and I make songs. When the two reunite in Episode 7, Jaskier pushes Geralt to let him express his feelings when he says, I'm talking to you, this is how it works. Geralts New Armor. Speaking of Geralt, by the middle of Season 2, you will notice he has fashioned himself some shiny new armor. This new armor, made out of thick plates and leather, is both imposing and allows Geralt more flexibility while fighting monsters. In addition, the new armor also symbolizes a key evolution in Geralt's character and philosophy. In a release from Netflix, Cavill said he had a big hand in redesigning the Witcher's new armor, which made it a lot easier for me to move and fight. Throughout the creations of both seasons, Cavill has been open about his love for the Witcher franchise, the books, games, and show, and about his influences on making changes to Geralt's look and character through all 16 episodes. Geralt's new armor isn't just about the character's mobility. In the same release, Cavill explained that this new armor symbolizes Geralt's comfort in remaining in one place for a longer period of time. Typically, Geralt is a loner on the move, with no opportunities to fashion new armor. However, the time he spent in Kaer Morhen with Ciri, Askel, and Lambert shows his belief in the safety of the Witcher stronghold and his trust in his fellow monster hunters. Nods to Nightmare of the Wolf. Season 2 of The Witcher prominently includes Vesemir, and it was bound to have nods to The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf, the Netflix anime that describes Vesemir's origins and the brutal attack on Kaer Morhen that only he survived. Though Witchers age slowly, Vesemir is considered the oldest among them. The anime shows how he becomes a mentor, not only for Geralt, but also to Lambert, Askel, and Remus, the 4 young boys who escaped the battle at the end of Nightmare of the Wolf. In The Witcher Season 2, we finally see Askel and Lambert all grown up in live action. Remus appears in Season 1, but is killed by a Striga before Geralt arrives to break the creature's curse. As part of Ciri's education, Vesemir explains a bit of the history behind Kaer Morhen and the Witcher's abilities. He tells her about fighting and living through the attack on Kaer Morhen, in which humans and magic-mutated monsters assault the stronghold in an attempt to eliminate the Witchers. We also see an up-close shot of the massive tree in the middle of Kaer Morhen's hall, where the medallions of fallen Witchers hang. Outside Kaer Morhen's keep, bones of humans and monsters still litter the ground, including a massive skeleton with a beak. It isn't confirmed, but it looks like it could be from the mutated griffin that attacks Vesemir in Nightmare of the Wolf. Borrowed lines. A key dynamic in Season 2 of The Witcher is the relationship between Geralt and Cirilla, often simply referred to as Ciri, who is the princess of Cintra. When men become Witchers, they are made infertile and as such do not expect to raise children. However, in Ciri, Geralt finds not only his destiny, but a young girl whom he comes to consider his daughter. Geralt and Ciri's paths have been intertwined since before she was born, thanks to the law of surprise. The ancient custom is followed when one person does a favor for another, with the reward being something the other person doesn't yet know that they have. In Ciri's case, she is a child of surprise. In Season 1, viewers see Geralt save her father's life and invoke the law of surprise. Ciri's father, Junie, doesn't yet know that her mother, Pavetta, is pregnant, and as a result, the unborn Ciri became Geralt's by right. In Season 2's first episode, Ciri asks, "I'm your destiny?" And Geralt replies, "You're much more than that, Cirilla." The lines are lifted directly from Sword of Destiny, specifically the book's final story, which shows Ciri and Geralt's first meeting. That story, Something More, was adapted in the finale episode of Season 1 titled Much More. A Dear Friend. Episode 6 of Season 2 is titled Dear Friend, which is a direct reference to a letter Geralt writes to Yennefer in Blood of Elves when he asked for her help with Ciri. In the book, quite some time has passed since Geralt and Yennefer last saw one another, just like when they part ways in Season 1 of The Witcher. The Witcher and the Mage do not leave one another on the best of terms. In the book, Geralt decides to address a letter to Yennefer with Dear Friend, and Yennefer pens a biting response to him for calling her such. Episode 6 contains an equally awkward and hilarious scene where Geralt and Yennefer reunite at the Temple of Melitele. When Ciri barges into his room and sees Yennefer, she asks who she is, to which he replies, "A dear friend." Yennefer glares at Geralt, understandably irritated at him for labeling the most powerful mage he's ever known and his former lover as simply a dear friend. So, did you know any of these mind-blowing secrets? Do let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.